Written by Dr.Yaşam Ayavefe.
Cyber regulatory compliance. Since the financial scandal of the early 2000s, regulations and compliance have become a major concern for leaders of large corporations. The proof of this is the emergence of a new profession, the compliance officer profession, a person who is competent in the field of law and in the field of activity of the company, but also has a very good understanding of information technologies. Thus, changing the traditional boundaries of a vertical approach to business matters, the organization uses specific regulations to demonstrate that fraudulent practices do not occur. Therefore, compliance with regulatory restrictions, in particular the type of information to be stored and the law on its retention, make it possible to establish trust through the application of a certain number of internal controls that meet the stated requirements. Depending on the size of the company and the organizational model, this position of Director of Compliance may also be occupied by the Head of Information Systems Security, Legal Manager, Risk Manager, or even Security Manager. The latter then plays a global role, involving both the safety and security of information systems and even all or part of risk management. This overall vision places him in a particularly knowledgeable consultant role. The challenge for organizations, then, is to check the compliance of data with a law. To be able to rely on information technologies to store, process and return in complete security and at the most cost-effective. With respect to civil and criminal liability for executives, they have every interest in acquiring the skills necessary to control this new type of regulatory risk and to implement reliable IT security solutions, trusting the information on which decisions are made. So, while it has absolutely nothing to do with the security of technologies, that doesn't prevent the market for security services and products from taking advantage of it, often with massive marketing actions. Regulation may be considered by some to be a commercial leverage or a lever to improve the security of information systems. Laws can help adopt safe behaviors. The problem of regulatory compliance of information systems is particularly reflected in the problem of trust in the information analyzed. This trust can be established by the technologies that process this information and by implementing security measures on it. This shifts reliance on information to reliance on security. But security is first and foremost a risk management issue and not a question of compliance with standards or regulations. A system's compliance with regulations does not necessarily mean that it is well secured. Norms or laws produce security. Also, few studies have been conducted to find out the impact of regulations on the security level of organizations. Does compliance significantly improve the quality, efficiency, and security of information technologies? For organizations, legal intelligence can be the key to IT security success. For example, the criminal liability of actors, security manager, or information systems is increasingly on the agenda when the computer resources they manage are the object or tool of fraud. In this context, administrators can protect themselves against a security breach crime by demonstrating that adequate measures are taken to protect the information system and data. Business managers must pay close attention to the legal requirements that may be based on the new technologies law and the concept of vehicle liability.
Written by Dr.Yaşam Ayavefe.